Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to introduce the application we've built for the OpenAI X Namaste Dev hackathon. It's called AI Code Sensei. So what exactly is AI Code Sensei? Imagine you have joined a company and it's your day one, and you have been provided a code base to work on, and you have been given stories from the day one itself, and you have no idea or no clue what the architecture is and how to get started. You wish you had some kind of a tutor who helps you to understand the code base in a very detailed manner. So for that, to solve that problem, we are introducing an extension called AI Code Sensei. It sits alongside in your code base and helps you understand the project you are working on. So most AI coding tools that we have right now follows a reactive approach. You ask a question and AI gives you an answer. So that approach is useful. We are also having that code tutor option over here, so I'll come to that in a later part. But we wanted to add another layer called as a proactive learning experience. So first, let's say you have joined the company and you want to understand the code base on yourself first. You go through the architecture, you go through the files, you go through everything, and then once you're confident, okay, I understood something, or maybe you can then go ahead and check the knowledge check option, which asks the questions based on the knowledge that you have gained so far. So it's kind of a you know Q&A. There's a saying that you will understand better when you answer or when you are preparing for something kind of an interview. So the AI then interviews you based on the project that you are working on. It can ask you questions about the architecture, the specific files, the component or functions, or overall flow of the application. If you know the answer, you can respond and continue the interview. If you're not sure, you can skip the question and ask AI Code Sensei to explain it to you. So I'll quickly show you how it works. So initially we have something called settings. You need to enable those. For instance, like these are the multiple settings that we have. What is the session? So then we have speech to text option. So whatever you speak, it should be converted into text, right, so that the model can understand. And for that we are using the open router, so anybody can bring their own key and bring their own model. So then we are having a text to speech. So for this we are running a local model to test this. You can also have the cloud based models in the future. I mean, we can integrate that as well. And then we have chat, like we have multiple settings here. So if I want to check if my audio is working fine or not, let me just click my test speaker option.
Hello, this is a test of the text to speech system.
Cool, my speaker is working fine. Let's test my mic. Okay, this is a test audio to test my mic. Cool, my mic is also working fine. Then there are some advanced settings, like you can give the custom prompt saying that this is your requirement, so it can help you with that as well. So let me just quickly save this and go back to what I want to see. So this is the project that I want to understand and I have an idea about. Let me go ahead and check with the AI, so that it can test my understanding. Let's start with that. So for this I'm choosing a AI agent as a codex, and I also have Devon. If you have any other AI agents, it will display here Claude or anything. So right now I've just kept these two, and I'm selecting the model GPT 5.4 mini, and the reasoning is low. Scope, read only, sandbox, and the provider is OpenAI, of course. So then let me quickly start my session. So here, if you can see, like we have multiple options. From here I can resume my previous session, which I had was like around 5 minutes or something earlier. Then if I want something to be asked from the starting, I can do it from here. Or if you want everything from scratch, discard the cache and start it, you can go ahead with this option. I'll choose start afresh. Okay.
Hey, thanks for joining. Let's start with the content model. In src/content.config.ts, how is the blog collection schema set up to distinguish required post metadata from optional features like audio or images?
Hey, so I'm using Zod schema in this. So if you don't see something as optional, that means they're required. If you see something as optional, that means it's an optional field. So for this schema, the required field is title, and the required field is date, and the others are mostly optional. Yeah, so if you can
Yeah,
see.
that's the basic shape. Can you be a bit more specific about which optional fields matter for blog behavior, especially anything tied to narration or media?
Okay, so I'm gonna stop this. So if you can see, it tries to evaluate the answers that we have said. If it has a follow-up question, it asks like an interview, or if you go somewhere wrong, it corrects you. So that's how this application is built. And we have another option called as a code tutor. Let me go through this. Let's say you do not want the knowledge check. Let's say you want to understand something from the scratch from the day one itself. You go and click the code tutor option over here. So you have multiple options to select here. One is quick overview, guided walkthrough, or a deep dive session. And if you want a guided walkthrough including the build or config file, and quick overview with build config, deep dive with build config, how are these different from this is like these things just check the source code, the architecture, the main stuff. It doesn't go, let's say if it's a node.js project, it doesn't go and check into the node modules and all of that stuff. It just filters out in the starting itself to check only the source folder. Or you can customize this like where you want the AI to check this. So let's say I select the quick overview option over here. So it's just selecting all the files over here, and it will generate an MD file to help me understand the architecture or something about it. So another thing we would like to add is, right now this is just generating the MD file. In the future we are planning to integrate it like how we have for the knowledge check option. So that it can speak the things out, helps us understand, navigate through the code base, like helping us understand which file does what. So that is the work in progress that we are doing it. We will ship it as a next feature. Okay, so it is still running. Okay, now it's reading all of my blog posts. Let's see what it comes up with the analysis. And the fun part is, we have developed this in 6 hours, probably, yeah, in 6 hours. And this has been developed by Sharad, me, and Nabina. So you can go to the code base by clicking off any of our IDs. You can find the source code if you are interested. Okay, meanwhile, our code tutor has generated the guide on how should I get started. So if you can see, it says its purpose is to publish technical writing and showcase projects. Obviously, this is my portfolio project. Then it shows what all sections that I have, what is the tech stack that I'm using, and what are the entry points so that I can get started, and how does the architecture is designed on a very high level, and how everything flows, and what all things I need to set up this repo, and what are the important files that I need to be looking at. So this is just a quick overview. If you select a deep dive or something, you'll get more better answers. So in future, what we're planning is, we will also integrate Mermaid over here so that it can draw the architecture diagram from the code base. So that's about it, and hope you liked it. Hope you liked the idea. So yeah, thank you for watching.